kami ng walkthrough on conceptualizing your talent show. Kasi sobrang funny talaga niya, lalo na for me yung background na putang ina, putang ina.
Yeah.
So sobrang fun talaga niya. So bigyan niya lang kami ng walkthrough on it.
Yes. Oh my God. So when I received the cast letter, of course, automatically they say you have to come up with a talent show. I was with my good friend Baus Rufo, of course, and we were thinking, parang, hala, anong gagawin ko? How can I top Ama Filipina? Parang, I could never, for the life of me, even if mag-aral ako in a short span of time of preparation, kahit 24 hours ako sa, hindi ako makakagalaw at makakakanta as good as Marina Summers. And then we were like looking through my past performances, and Baus was like, you know what, you should do something that's already within your Rolodex of performances, something that you've already done before, something that they know is you. And then I remember that I used to have this performance. It's rice cooking performance to the Chinese song of Casey Tandingan. Now, I learned the Chinese song without really understanding anong ibig sabihin niya. So, since you don't know what it's about, you can do anything with it. So, it's an original concept that I already had, I have been doing. I've been imagine lip-syncing to a Chinese song na nagluluto ako ng adobo at nagsasaing ako ng rice. That is also my audition tape to Drag Race Philippines Season 1. The rice cooking was also my audition tape sa kanila. And then we developed it. So I went, okay, let's try to write something about it. So ayun, we were just having a cafe at Rockwell, and we were just brainstorming ideas like we always do. And ayun, parang nakakatawa lang na parang magandang catch yun yung hindi pala nakasaksak yung rice cooker. But what happens in between? I don't know. Parang gusto ko pumatay ng dragon or something. I was like, oh my God, that's it! And then we started having a sword fight. When we were brainstorming, ang ingay namin dun sa cafe. And then we reached out to some of the best talent, of course, the best talents that we have at Drag Race Philippines. The song was, we wrote the lyrics, Baus and I wrote the lyrics. The music was written by the person who also did the musicals for Drag Race Philippines, which is EJ Yatko. The sound, yung mga tangina. Do you know who's that? That is the voice of Miss Pop of Ate herself, Paola Padio. That's her voice. So, lang siya talaga, parang, chop suey siya ng mga crazy ideas. And that's what I wanted to do. Because I don't want to, for that one, kasi people always see me as the madam, very controlled. For that one moment, I want them to see the crazy side of Eva. And I think that shot is worth it.
Follow-up lang. You know RuPaul, very, parang mahilig siya sa medyo dumb, stupid, diba?
Yes.
Humor when it comes to talent shows. Yun isa sa mga, usually parang matik yan kapag ganyan yung talent show mo, parang may malaki yung chance na nasa top ka.
Yes.
And truthfully, true enough, you were in the top, and she said a lot of good words for you, especially she said you were fantastic, you're doing the Conti proud. After unpacking that, could you just tell us what was going through your mind when after the critiques and then knowing that you were in the top?
Knowing that I'll be at the top, na siya, kumbaga parang I've sized up the competition pretty well. Anim lang kami, so 5 lang yung kailangan kong tignan, and I knew that it's gonna be one of the top performances. No? I think it's now at the time that was happening, syempre parang hindi siya nag-sink in agad. Pero in retrospect, no, naisip ko ngayon na parang all roads led me to that very moment. I couldn't even care less kung saan ako makarating at that moment. It's just like, ito yun. And parang I have peaked really early to hear those words from RuPaul. And nakakatuwa. Kasi like tuwa is not even a word. There's not even a word to describe it. Because You know, ako kasi very OA talaga ako as a person. Napaka-drama ko and napaka-sentimental ko as a person. Everything is very sentimental to me. And that was just like, oh my God. Kung mamamatay na ako bukas, wag naman. Parang pwede na.
And thank you so much, Eva. I know you have a lot more to show on the show.
Yes.
So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Josiah. Uy, biyak tayo. Yes. Wait, from CMA? Yes?
Hi, sabi nga ni Trix Model, it's what we do after the race. That's really
Yes.
important. So, ano plans after Global All-Stars?
That's a good question. There's actually like couple more weeks because this is a very long season. I gotta tell you, it's the next 3 months, I think. So sometimes, siguro, for me, I don't want to overthink it. Right? Automatically, people will probably think, would I be following the steps of Marina Summers or Pangina, who travel the world, travel here and there? I also think kasi that I am an entirely different species of drag artist than these people. There are people that are made to be on stage, to be a drag performer. For me, I would want to solidify my name as a drag personality. I think what I am good at is holding the mic and talking to people. What I'm good at is really doing business of drag, mounting an event such as this. Diba? Drag Race Philippines could never. Pero, diba? I mean, I love them. Pero parang, I can mount it. I mounted it myself. Diba? I can open up I can really plant more seeds in the drag race in the Philippines. Making sure na may trabaho ako at yung mga sisters ko at yung mga batang drag queen, yung ganyan. I think that's what I wanted. That's where I wanted to be. The global probably is just a feather, it's just a leaf on my cap, probably a feather on my cap, honestly, to tell them that there is something that's possible. But I think unless I really do the work and start it from the ground up, I think I would live a more fulfilling run on Global All-Stars knowing that I was something more other than that show.
So does that also include like improving working conditions for drag queens here in the country? Kasi debate din yun na nangyayari out in America, yung pag-improve ng pay for drag performers.
Yeah, I think ano rin kasi siya, mahirap siya, kasi the good thing about Global All-Stars is I'm able to talk to my sisters from different parts of the world, and I was able to perform also in the US, LA, here and there. Would you believe na mas maganda ang buhay ng mga treatment ng drag race queens and drag queens here sa Pilipinas than it is in the US? I once performed in the US, and you know what? Parang sa akin kasi parang, I'm a drag race girl here, I'm a drag celebrity here in the Philippines. So I need my own dressing area, I need to be paid on time, I need to do this, do that, I have an assistant, yada. Nung nag-perform ako doon, nagbibihis lang ako sa cubicle ng banyo. Sa likod lang, ganyan. And my pay was even significantly lower in the US than here in the Philippines. And what's the difference between the Philippines, the drag scene in the Philippines and there? Was probably me. Because, modesty aside, we started this business model. We started the service agreements. We started the price point here for Filipino queens here, drag celebrities here, and created the market. We're still, pinapalago pa natin yung demand in the market. And that only goes to show talaga that what I have been working on since even before Drag Race is really making actual change.
So ikaw na ba Sister Stella L ng ano?
Malapit na ko, parang bet ko talaga maging Johnny M. ng drag.
Thank you!
Thank you. Hi Roz.
Hi, Eva again. Siguro speaking of like the legacy that you want to build, no?
Yeah.
Your drag daughter makes sure that actually won yung design trial for